Salmong Tugunan. Paano ko po malalabanan ang insecurity sa katawan ko tungkol sa financial status ko?
Oh. Tugon?
Santalina,
tulungan
mo po kami. Yan.
Okay! Ang ating special guest for today ay ang Drag Den Season 1
Tama
Supreme.
naman yung Season 1.
Tama. Season 1 ng Drag Den winner. Charing. Ano ba?
Wala yung producer ko hindi alam yung sariling show niya.
Ang special guest.
Winner number 1.
Yes. Ang special guest natin today ay Drag Den Season 1 winner, Naiya.
Bakit may number 1 ako narinig? Ano yung number 1?
Ano number 1?
The number 1 winner of the Season 1 first one. It's me! Hi! Naiya!
Hello, Naiya!
Nice to meet all of you.
Hello, Naiya!
So excited to be here! And hello to the terminals, nasa Zoom, nasa Discord.
Yes! Kasama
serving
natin
face.
Serving face. Hanggang dito lang, pero naka-boxes ko ngayon.
Hindi namin in-expect na magda-drag si Naiya. Akala namin si Brian Black yung mamimit namin.
Ay, hindi, no?
Thank you for your
syempre.
effort, Naiya.
For ang kwentang podcast yarn.
Sabi namin ito, Net, parang, video ba natin? Bahala na. Tapos nung lumabas ka naka-makeup, video to.
Video to.
What if nag-decide kayo na wag na lang video? Parang, at least na-feel kong naka-drag ako, diba?
Kasi nung nagtanong ka, parang kailangan ba naka-drag? Sabi ko, hindi naman kailangan, okay lang. Kasi chikahan lang naman to. Tapos gulat kami, iba. Iba si Madam Naiya.
May pinapatunayan.
Yes.
Because drag is political.
Totoo. Yan ang pag-usapan natin later. Pero meron tayong 123,000 na mga VVIPs and most of them are terminals. That's how we call the fans of Naiya. Hello, terminals. Hello,
terminals.
Meron din tayo sa Discord, mga 30,000 plus sa Discord. Hello, guys.
Uy, hello
so,
to
if you
Discord.
want to be part of our live recordings, Zoom recordings, pwede kayo maging audience, maging part ng chat, magtanong ng questions sa guests. Subscribe to be a VVIP sa angwalangkwentangpodcast.com. That's angwalangkwentangpodcast.com.
Period.
Ayun. Okay, so today, ang ating episode para sa mga new listeners and viewers. Like we said, it's a video podcast. Sa Spotify, meron na kasing mga episodes na pwede nyong panoorin, hindi lang pakinggan. So, merong button dyan sa baba na pwede nyong gawing video yung episode. So, this is a video podcast. Kasi, baka mamaya masayang lang yung pagdadrag ni Naiya today.
Hindi, mag-stop video na ako. Okay lang, nahiya na ako.
Grabe! Matampuhin pala. Matampuhin pala. So, meron kaming episode na nagsisend ng letters yung mga viewers namin. So, ngayon, it's a Santa Lina episode day kung saan nagsisend sila ng mga problems about their career or school. Pero kung gusto niyo about sex, kay Santa Angge, isisend. At kapag tungkol sa love, kay Santa Jolens. Pero, we're here to talk about serious stuff. Charing.
Yeah, exactly.
Kasi si Naiya to. Yeah.
Kahit hindi na naabutan ni Naiya si Lina of Job Street.
Hindi mo na nga ba naabutan si Lina of Job Street sa email?
Wait, Jump Street?
Job Street.
Job Street. Job Street. Job Street. I never watched that movie. Job Street. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh, she finally got it.
Buti na lang maganda si Naiya, no?
Oo,
that's so
buti
true.
na lang nag-wake up to.
Exactly. I don't know what LinkedIn is. No, I don't know that. What's that?
Pakilala mo na tayo.
Ako si JP at ang favorite kong terminal ay Terminal 3. Naiya Terminal 3 pala. Actually, hindi. Ang Sige na nga lang, Naiya Terminal 3. O, go.
Panindigan mo yan.
Ako si Tonet at ang favorite na iya ko ay The Drag Den na iya.
Ako din actually, yun yung favorite ko talaga. Pangalawa lang yung Terminal 3.
Oh my God. I don't really like her that much, but that's fine. I guess. Hi, my name is Naiya, and my favorite terminal is Terminal 69. But hindi yun yung topic for this.
Parang nalungkot ka na hindi about sex yung topic.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll talk about Lina from Job Street, apparently.
Not Job Street.
Job Street.
At ito ang Walang
Kwentang Podcast presents
Santa
Lina. Tulungan mo po kami.
With Drag Den Season 1 winner, Naiya.
Naiya.
Yes.
Terminal 69.
Yes.
Love that
Political
terminal.
queen or face queen. Game.
Ang letter sender natin, ang pangalan niya ay Insecureang Grepa.
Alam mo yung Grepa? Umabot pa sa inyo yung Grepa? Di ba?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a familiar term.
So, yung Grepa, guys, di ko alam kasi parang kumalat siya sa Mascom, no? Sa UP Mascom. Especially nung time namin ni JP. So, yung Grepa, para sa mga hindi nakikinig ng podcast ng mga unang-unang episodes pa, ibig sabihin ng Grepa ay, basta kabaligtaran siya ng nakaluwag-luwag.
True. Hindi
So,
ibig
gipit.
sabihin ng Grepa pa, mahirap.
Gipet.
Gipet,
Gipet, oo, gipet.
Gipet.
Di ko rin alam yung etymology ng Grepa, pero yun ang Grepa. Anyway, go.
Okay, ayun. Si Insecureang Grepa. Ito na yung letter. Paano ko po malalabanan ang insecurity sa katawan ko tungkol sa financial status ko? Hello, Director Net and JP and guest. Wow, nahulaan niya na may guest tayo.
Tara!
Yes,
Surprise!
and Naiya. Ako po si Insecureang Grepa. I'm in my mid-20s and super insecurity ko po ang financial status ko. I have a long-term boyfriend and well-off sila. Teleserye to feeling ko. They have a firm sa province na very successful. Kaya naman, secured na siya sa kanyang future.
Generational wealth. Oo.
Oo.
Nepo baby. You're
Nepo baby.
Dump him.
Yes.
Dump that. Char.
Agad.
Nepo baby.
Oo.
Samantalang parang ako ang peak ng Grepa na lubog sa utang ang pamilya. Kaya I have to work thrice as hard to sustain my needs. Even my studies back then at living paycheck to paycheck. Talaga namang isinasabuhay ng pamilya ko ang isang kahit isang tuka. Tapos merong clown emoji. Alam ng boyfriend ko where me and my family stands financially and he doesn't mind naman. In fact, willing pa nga siya tumulong pero ayaw ko siyang hayaan. Hindi sa nahihiya ako pero sobrang kinakailang ako ng insecurity. Gets. Super relate po ako kay Director. Wala.
Ano na naman?
Grepa daw, Grepa.
Asa Grepa?
Asa Grepa.
Hayop kayo. Pinakaluwag-luwag na ako kahit pa paano. Huwag yun ako hilahin pababa. Charing.
Taray, ano ka, Tonet? You are relatable. Relatable ka. Oh
ano na
God.
naman yun, mga hayop kayo.
Super relate po ako kay Direct Tonet nung binigyan siya ni Direct Dan ng iPhone tapos nagalit si Direct Tonet. Doon pala sa point sa ano pala na yun.
Asan Aris ba siya?
Grepa lang daw. Grepa Rising.
San Grepa
Grepa
Rising.
Rising.
Grepa Rising.
Arisan, Grepa Rising. Okay.
Parang ganun din po ang nafe-feel ko. Never naman pong pinaramdam sa akin ng boyfriend ko at ng pamilya niya na iba ako sa kanila. Dati nga, binibigyan pa ako ng allowance ng parents niya at sobrang na-appreciate ko naman po yun. Pero ang effect naman po sa akin ay parang sobrang liit ng tingin ko sarili ko na para akong charity sa tricycle. Bakit tricycle?
Ba't tricycle?
May charity sa tricycle?
May tricycle.
And there's so much I don't know. Mga hacks pala to, mga life hacks pala to.
Bakit kaya tricycle? Baka ano to, inabutan nung nanay ng 1 million para layuan yung anak.
Teleserye pala, hey.
Para po akong nahihirapan sumabay sa lifestyle na meron sila. Nababother po ako kasi natithreaten na po ako sa mga kaibigan niyang parang ka-level niya financially. Like nakaka-travel around the world, may mga updated gadgets, at anything that speaks alta. At parang sinisigawan akong Grepa na baka gustuhin niyang sumama na lang at maging partner ang mga taong kagaya niya na alta and not a Grepa like me. Help mga direct. Paano ko po lalabanan ang pagiging insecureang Grepa? Maraming salamat po.
Ano ba naman yung problema nito?
End of letter. Paano kaya natin ito i-connect sa drug?
Sino pumili ng letter?
I think si Naiya ang magko-connect ng drug.
Kaya ni Naiya. Matalino yan. Matalino yan si Naiya. Oo. Activist yan. Student activist yan. Alam niya yan.
Galing
yung mga
UP yan.
kahirapan. Oo.
Yeah.
Graduate yan ng UP.
Council pa ako dati. Hello.
Poverty line. Ganyan.
Student council pa.
Game. Sige. Ano munang chika natin kay ano?
Insecureang
Grepa.
Ay, ano ba yun? Babalikan ko na naman yung nakaraan ko. Charing.
Wow! Si Naiya hindi na nakaka-relate dito kasi...
I won, so I really cannot relate. I'm so sorry. Char.
I think ang pinaka nakaka-relate dito si JP. JP!
Yes.
Sige na.
Oo. Hindi mo malalabanan yan. Hindi mo malalabanan ang insecurity. Tanggapin mo na lang na mahirap ka talaga. That's my take.
Grabe pa rin sa podcast.
Mahirap! O, sige.
Hindi ko alam kung anong gusto niyang solusyonan. Yung economic anxiety niya or yung pagka-insecure niya sa relationship. Because I feel like there's layers to this. It's not just na wala siyang pera unlike her jowa. May jowa pa siya, tapos, diba? I don't know which to attack. So, mapapowder muna ako. Figure out what to say.
O, sige. Yung itong economic anxiety. Economic anxiety tayo nito de iya.
Hindi, alam ko na. Unahin na lang natin yung insecurity niya dun sa jowa niya bago yung economic. Para may connect natin sa political.
Oo, galing mo dun.
That's amazing. Okay.
But love is also political.
It's not.
Yeah.
Not really.
Mga hayop kayo. Akala ko wala kayong joke sa dulo.
Kampi kami.
Love is
political.
Ay, ewan sa inyo. Oh, go. Sige, muna. Pagiging insecure ang grepa niya. Ay, hindi. Dun sa muna, jowa, no?
Dun sa jowa, because that's another thing. Kasi yung jowa mo, mas mayaman sa'yo, kasalanan mo na yun. Sana pumili ka ng jowa na, yun, same kayo. Para same kayo, relate kayo sa #struggles. This is such bad advice. Oh my God.
Ba't ganon? O, tapos?
Charot lang. That's a very painful position to be in because you do want to be there for your boyfriend or /girlfriend. You want to be there for your partner and alam mo yun, it will eventually get to you na you can't do the same activities that their barkada does, diba? Parang nakaka-stress yun, I suppose.
Oo, nakaka-OP.
Oh, you don't ever want to feel out of place. You want to feel like you belong with their family, with their friends, diba? If you want to be my lover, you gotta spend like my friends, something like that. So, I feel like either you have to get richer, which is definitely unrealistic. It's hard to do. You can't just... It's bad to be like, well, girl, all you have to do is get richer. Like, what's so hard about that? That's the problem. I'm not gonna tell you to fix that, diba?
Oo, tama.
It's more like a mindset thing, honestly. Kasi, kung... yun talaga. I mean, did she say anything about wanting more money to be able to relate? They obviously love their partner.
Oo, parang wala namang
What is the solution for your dilemma? Nape-pressure ba siya sa jowa niya? Or is this more of like, because then kupal yung jowa niya, I think.
Ooh.
Kung nape-pressure, kung pinipressure niya, like parang, we're gonna go.
Pero parang hindi naman pinipressure based sa letter.
Tinutulungan pa nga raw siya eh.
Nag-a-adjust yung jowa. Charity, oo.
Well, nobody ever wants to feel like they're a charity case in a relationship, diba? They want to pull equal weight as much as possible. Pero in reality, relationships aren't always like 100% equal at times, diba? Sometimes one other person is pulling the weight. One person is working more. One person spending more.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you guys are in a relationship. You're in this together. So it's not something that you have to face alone, necessarily. Diba? Kaya mo na yan, sis.
Feeling ko nahihiya lang talaga siya. Hindi siya sanay na parang feeling niya nagiging burden siya. Yun lang naman yun. So, kung ina-assure naman siya ng jowa niya na hindi naman, na kung may binibigay man yung jowa niya, ibukal sa puso, di, try mo nang baguhin yung mindset mo. Diba?
Totoo, kailangan lang niyang tanggapin yung na ito yung reality niya.
Pero actually, nagigets ko din naman yun. Hindi naman dahil sa pride, pero parang, kunyari lang, as simple as travel. Yung jowa niya, gustong mag-celebrate sila, kunwari, Bangkok. Pero wala siyang pera papunta ng Bangkok. Pero yung jowa niya, gustong mag-celebrate sila sa Bangkok, so babayaran na lang yung flight niya papunta sa Bangkok. Wala siyang gagastusin. Siyempre, ikaw, as someone na walang gagastusin, dalawa lang yan. It's either, in fairness, may free trip ako. Or parang, ay, nakakahiya naman. Parang gumastos pa siya for me.
That speaks to their character. No? Na mabait siya, na iniisip niya yun, hindi siya freeloader.
Totoo.
Totoo yun.
Pero, baka kailangan niyang tanggapin. Kailangan tanggapin ng letter sender natin na siguro sa past years niya, malas siya. Ngayon, ito ng panahon ng swerte niya.
Tsaka ang daming grepa na walang jowa. So, like, count your blessings, honestly.
Well.
Oo, di ba? Yung iba, grepa na nga, wala pang jowa. Or
Parang
may
pick a
jowa.
struggle. Pick a struggle.
Or yung iba, grepa na nga, pero may jowa, pero grepa rin.
Meant to be.
At least yung jowa nga niya, yung jowa, hindi siya dinadaot-daot. Meron
Oo.
kasi mga ganun eh.
Totoo. Tsaka dapat, siya, communicated well. Na parang kunwari, yun nga, may trip. Parang, gustong-gustong pumunta ng jowa mo somewhere or may gusto siyang kainin, ganyan, na medyo may kamahalan, gusto mag-fine dining, pero di mo afford, pero gustong-gusto niya, tapos in-offer niya talaga na ilibre ka, ganyan. Diba? Yung mga ganong dapat nakakommunicate ng maayos.
So it just boils down to communication. Yeah.
Yes. Taray, nabago yung mong communication is key, dapat communicated well naman yung gamit mo, JP.
Yes. Kasi hindi tayo dapat ganon. Yung paulit-ulit, parang drug, di ba kailangan meron kang binibigay na bago.
Bago.
Yun, na-connect na. Ayun, napakadali connect na.
Brainy ka dun. Brainy ka.
Mamaganda lang dapat ako dito.
Correct. Wait lang. Doon naman sa economic anxiety niya,
Doon tayo sa USC counselor.
Oo, as USC counselor, si Blackie.
Kay Blackie tayo.
Parang pagdating sa economic anxiety and you're living in the Philippines, it makes sense that you're harboring these feelings, diba? Because you can hardly like live in Metro Manila without spending so much on rent and everything. So talagang it's normal to have this economic anxiety to not be able to like, ewan ko, especially if you have like a rich partner pa, that you see na hindi niya iniisip yung mga iniisip mo, I suppose.
Oh.
So that's where the overthinking can come in, and that's where the anxiety is rooted in. And honestly, girl, good luck. Oh my God. You should just join a drag competition and win $750 after taxes. Like, you should do what I did. That's what I did. You could do that. Kasi hindi mo, girl, I mean, honestly, direct, like, you can't just mindset the economy. Because it's the economy. Hindi ko pwedeng rich man mindset and whatever. I can tell you to save up. I can give you like saving tips, whatever. No, that's not, girl. Our economy right now, I'm not sure how far I can go with my statements. But I feel like, wala. Girl, it's so hard to not be pressured by relationships and family, and especially kung kumakayod ka and alam mo yun, living paycheck to paycheck. What do you tell someone who's going through that? That, don't worry, you're not alone. Keme, hindi eh. Paano ka aahon? Diba? Ang gusto mong malaman is paano ka aahon para you're living comfortably in life. Well, marry your jowa, then parang na yung autonomy niya. I think they take that into account. Yung agency ng letter writer natin. They take that very seriously, not just relying on someone else. Because you are set. I mean, you could just be like me and have like a sugar baby mindset and be like, I wanna go to Bangkok. I wanna go to Bangkok, let's eat at Mendocoro or something. I don't know, let's go. Something like that, But I believe na mas may prinsipyo tong letter writer, and they also want to show the partner that they can also provide. They can also provide. Then maybe show that, diba? Not through financial stuff though, but through other means. Like say, even if you can't pay for everything, like flights or whatever, you're there to support their career, or you're there to support them in whatever endeavor that they want to do. Or like mag-business kayo. Oh my God, mag-business na lang kayo. Open a business. Open a startup. AI.
Paano pero kapag kinasal sila, pag kinasal, nagpirmahan ng prenup, yun lang.
Well, that's another thing. You could just get married and get it over with, and then hindi ka na mag-isip ever. Mag-US na kayo. Oh, wow.
Ang layo na napuntahan.
Oo. Pero gusto ko yung sinabi ni Naiya, yun din yung isang sabihin ko kanina, na kung si partner niya may nabibigay na financial gifts sa kanya, meron siyang mabibigay na hindi rin naman mababayaran or hindi makukuha nung jowa niya sa kahit na sino. So, di ba, yung mga love language, iba naman yung
acts of service,
words, affirmation, ganyan. So, yung mga bagay na yan, di ba, yaman, yung mga mayayaman naman, parang hindi na yan masyadong natutuwa sa material things. Kasi nga kaya naman nilang bilhin.
Totoo.
Diba?
Nabibili ng pera nila yung kasiyahan na meron sila.
So, yun yung, di ba, yung usual question na, what do you give someone who has everything? For example. So, these are things na you can give na walang presyo, hindi mo malalagyan ng presyo. I think kayang-kaya niya mabigay yung mga yun. Kaya ka nga niya mahal at hindi ka niya binibreakan kasi meron ka nabibigay sa relasyon na hindi niya makukuha sa ibang sa ibang tao. So kay ate, itaas natin ang kanyang bandera.
True.
Akala mo lang wala ka nabibigay sa kanya. Akala mo lang, dahil nga siya mayaman siya, akala mo parang nagpapasaya sa kanya ay tatapatan mo monetarily yung binibigay niya. Pero it turns out, based from kung paano mo sinulat yung letter na wala lang naman sa kanya, hindi ka rin naman niya pinipressure, ay hindi, may nabibigay ka, nagtagumpay ka, taasan mo ang tingin mo sa sarili mo kasi taas na nga ng tingin niya sa'yo, di ba? So ikaw, taasan mo yung tingin mo sa sarili mo.
Empower yourself!
Yes! Te!
Kung ako sa'yo, hindi na ako magtatrabaho, te. Kung may ganyan akong jowa.
True. Sugar baby na lang.
Diba?
Ang hirap magtrabaho nowadays.
Diba? Isipin mo rin,
thing.
te. May gusto kang bag, hindi mo na kailangan magtrabaho ng 5 months, 6 months, diba? Hindi na kailangan 5 gives, 6 gives. Bibigay na lang niya yun sa'yo, diba?
Diba?
Isipin mo rin.
Bahay lang ako, luto-luto, dilig-dilig, ganyan. O pag uwi mo, yayakapin kita, papakainin kita ng paborito mong ulam.
Totoo. Yung mga problema mo sa buhay, parang, nawawala na yung passion ko sa life. Hindi ko na alam yung gagawin ko. Paano na babalik yung art sa buhay ko?
Ganun. Wala nang economic anxiety.
Hindi na yung tang-ina. Mapuputulan na kami tang-ina yung cellphone ko. Hindi.
I guess that's a way to change your mindset. That's a change of perspective. Yeah. You can start,
diba?
Yung problema ni ate girl, it's a good problem. Because it shows that you do love your partner, you care for them, and also, you don't need to worry about that anymore at least. So, it's a good problem. You should be happy to be you. I wish I were you.
Yung ekonomiya natin, parang wala nang pag-asa yan eh. Parang kahit anong kayod mo, kahit anong ipon mo, di ba? Kung yung sistema paulit-ulit. True.
Hahabol ang information.
Maghihirap at maghihirap talaga tayo.
Yung tax natin, Diyos ko.
Oo nga. My God. Nagbabayad na kayo ng tax ang mga drag queens. Hello. Nakakaloka.
Diba? Kaya lahat political, kahit drag.
Yeah!
Because of taxes. Thank you, BIR representative.
So, baka hindi nakanood ng Drag Den. Yung Drag Den Season 1 ay nasa Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video. Nandun ang buong Season 1 namin. And Naiya was crowned our first ever Drag Supreme.
Spoiler
so, it's
alert.
Drag Den with Manila Luzon.
Kada binge nyo ng buong season, nagbabago yung winner sa dulo.
May alternative ending pala.
Meron. Bandersnatch to.
Interactive.
Interactive.
Uy, panoorin niyo. Ano nga ba episode natin na Drag is Political? Panoorin niyo because that was Naiya's episode.
6. Oh,
that was Naiya's episode. Oo.
Ang ganda nun. Ang dami kong thoughts dun dun sa ibang queens.
Ooh. Like, what? And who?
Wag na.
Actually yung episode na yon, yung suot lang ni Naiya ay parang natatakpan yung mata niya. Pero actually, sobrang iyak ni Naiya nun.
Yeah.
Share na siya.
Oh.
Tapos, natatakpan lang kasi may face something. Pero, nagulat din ako dun sa shinare ni Naiya. Hindi ko napanood yung sa set nun eh. So, pero nung ini-edit na namin, oh my God, naiyak ako nung episode na yun.
Yun ata yung favorite episode ko sa Drag Den. Kasi sobrang tapang nung episode na yun.
Mm-hmm.
Sobrang tapang nung episode. Yun yung si Mela yung guest judge, di ba?
Yes.
Tama ba?
Yes! Kinilabutan ako when we watched it. There was a viewing party na nilabas yung episode 6. Tapos, nakita ko lahat ng sinasabi na. I mean, I was there to hear everything. So, but in the heat of the competition, you really don't. Hindi mo ninanamnam. I mean, you just hear it.
Totoo.
But then when you see it there,
Agree.
it's done and you see what the other girls were saying. Some of them said a lot of very good things.
Yes.
Some of them.
Actually, yung episode na yun, kita mo yung background ni Naiya as a student activist. Yung, alam mo talaga yung kitang-kita mo talaga, kahit hindi wala ka sa set, pero kitang-kita mo kapag sobrang sincere nung yung sinasabi ng isang tao, ng isang drag queen, or memorize na ine-etchos-etchos.
Totoo.
Sobrang gets mo yun.
Yun pala yung sinabi ni yun yung episode na may sinabihan si Mela ng Echosera, di ba?
Echosera.
Yeah.
Pero sobrang ganda nga nung episode na yun, yung drag is political. Kasi lalo na ngayon na Pride, di ba parang ang dami mga members ng community na parang nakakalimutan ano ang essence ng Pride. Na ang Pride ay, Pride is a protest, di ba?
That's true.
Same with drag.
I mean, Pride can be a party.
Naiya, take it away.
Yeah. ito na. So ito na yung prepare kong TED Talk ko.
May keynote ka. Nga pala, nag-TED Talk ka nga pala recently.
Nag-TED Talk.
Nag-TED Talk ako. Share ko lang.
Taray, di ba?
Nakadrag.
Iba siya.
I wore my coronation gown pa. Yung sinuot ko sa finale.
Nga, nakita ko nga.
Malit na bagay. Again.
Sinaiya lang yan.
May pinapatunayan winner
Diba? Sa mga atinista na yun, kailangan ko magpaganda. Anyway. What was that? Yung transition natin, Pride is a protest.
Yes.
And drag is political.
Yes.
Explain. Ako nga pala yung mag-explain.
Sino ba drag queen dito? Di ba ikaw? Tsaka sino ba LGBT dito? Di ba kayo?
Sino?
Asan audience ako dito?
Kasi for me, party
minority ako dito. Minority ako dito.
Para sa akin kasi yung Pride, siya party.
Yeah.
March.
I agree. I am agree to that statement.
Rainbow.
Diba? Pag July, Nutrition Month, na move on na tayo.
So, we're talking about how people are forgetting, say, the essence of what Pride is. And it's actually a good thing na we get to go out in parties. We have all of these Pride parties, diba? That's how it's manifesting nowadays, diba? Na party siya, Pride is a celebration, and it is, for the most part it is, but its history is very much rooted in protest and tied to human rights, diba? And those things, nararanasan pa natin yun now. Kasi wala pa namang same-sex marriage, SOGI bill, all of those things, pinagdadaanan pa natin now. And Pride should serve as a reminder that, LGBT rights are human rights. All of us are equal. We should all be seen the same way in the eyes of the law. We should be able to marry who we want to marry.
Yes.
Get all the rights that they have. It's very practical stuff, actually. Being able to marry is a very practical thing because then you have all of these, I don't even know it. There's insurance scam or whatever, those technicalities. But for me, it's very difficult, say, in same-sex relationships because I suppose in heterosexual relationships, there's how do you put this? May structure na siya. You date for a few years. You date for a few years. What happens? You get married. Then you can have kids. And then when you have kids, you just have grandkids, do it all again. That's what they say. God intended. Kineso. But, that's just not for people like us. We don't procreate. We don't, what's in it for us? What is the future like for the LGBTQIA plus community? Diba? If we can't marry, a lot of us have been together for 10 plus years, 20 years, pero hindi pa rin kasal.
All their lives, yeah.
Technically, kasal. Ako, kami ng jowa ko, 5 years na kami. Hindi pa kami kasal. I mean, literally, I have friends who are getting married na kasi I'm turning 27. So, marriages on my Facebook timeline, ganung levels. And I'm like, good for you. Good for you. You exercise your right. Because it's your right. But I wish I had that right. I wish we had that too. Oh my God. And it goes beyond marriage to, honestly, Pride. Pride is a protest. We are enjoying a lot of the freedom that we have now to express ourselves because of those who came before us. Because of, if you can localize it, the Golden Gays were performing long, long ago when drag acts weren't seen as cool. It wasn't seen as cool. It was considered an abomination. So mga, like,
a freak show, yeah.
Freak show siya.
Yes.
It's not like a cool thing that you can stat on Twitter. I love drag.
True.
Everything. No, girl. I didn't experience this, but I have friends who were doing drag. I have during the early 2000s, and pupunta sila sa mga eyeball ng mga gay men na nakadrag. Tapos talagang hindi sila lalapitan. You know, they're kind of seen as like, okay, why is there like a clown here? But may stand-up comedian dito. You know, and it's like, okay. You know, there's a lot of femphobia rooted in the community. But that's just because of, you know, society is very heteronormative. You know, we tend to frown upon femininity and we reward toxic masculinity because that's how we were raised in this patriarchy. Buti lang ng TED Talk ako, mga points ko to sa TED Talk.
Mga keywords.
Inamin ko din.
Pero tama.
Yes, here.
But really, it's I personally am so grateful. I've only been doing drag since 2019, and I can go out of my house confidently, you know, looking like this, knowing na I'll get some looks, maybe some stares, but other than that, I'm very confident in myself, and that's because of those who fought for the right for us to be represented, diba? And to live our authentic selves, and that's why I love drag. Honestly, because it's pushing the boundaries of how we should present ourselves. Diba? And what we should say as members of the LGBT, you know, parang we're always typecast as the funny people or the laughing stock or the butt of the joke. You know, we don't really get a good ending. And in queer cinema, diba? For the longest time, you had the villains who were queer. Villain edit yung pag lesbian ka or gay ka. Diba? Pag inalo namin yun sa film, queer film, under Yason Banal.
Okay, Yason!
Yes! So that's how I know that we were villainized by Hollywood.
Totoo. Hanggang ngayon, actually.
But at least now we have more, representation in mainstream, and we have gay dating shows. Nanood ako ng kanina,
Sparks Camp.
Sparks Camp, yes.
It's a normal thing now. And we still have a long way to go, obviously, in terms of legislation and all of that. But in terms of culture and how we perceive drag, we perceive trans women, the LGBT in general, you know, I think we've come a long, long, long way. And the future of drag and the LGBT is quite bright. I'm staying positive because I'm in that, and I'd like to keep that energy, keep it going. Pero, you know, we're not gonna erase what's happening these days, diba? Parang, if I go on Twitter, I still see a lot of hatred towards the LGBT, especially now. Drag queens are seen as groomers of children, which is a rhetoric that has been used since the 80s. You know, it's anti-LGBT rhetoric. You know, you just say, think about the kids, think about the children. Diba? There are queer children. They exist. And we were children too. And we're not the ones grooming children. Diba? Nakaka-trigger siya na topic for me kasi naaasar talaga ako. Yun na yung pambato ng mga tao na I'm okay with drag. I'm okay with you being gay so long as you're not doing it in front of the kids. I'm like, huh?
Grabe, no?
Oo.
Nakakaloka.
Mainit na issue yan. Lalo sa US, Diyos ko.
Buti nga hindi pa naka-catch on yung ganung mindset dito sa Pinas. Kasi 'di ba may ganun silang sentiments sa US, pati mga anti-vax sentiments sa US, hindi natin masyado kinagat dito.
Although meron
may President Acosta. May President Acosta, pero
oo. May mga anti-mask din, ganyan.
Totoo. Naalala ko meron naging issue na dito sa Pilipinas na parang may nagreklamo sa isang bar na isang audience about a drag queen na very political yung set niya.
Dito
sa
yan?
stage.
Sa Pilipinas?
Sa Pilipinas. Tapos parang sinabi na, 'di ba? Tapos parang sinabi niya na it's not good business Parang we're here in a club to enjoy. Pero bakit biglang ba't hinahaluan natin ng politics?
Naalala ko yan. Yeah,
ang drag,
I know this. And from the same bar, I experienced the same thing. We had, this was pre-pandemic. Magpa-perform ako doon. It was a birthday show ng isang queen. Tapos political din yung magiging show. So our set had a lot of political songs or like songs na may political na atake, basically trying to like go against the what the government is doing in terms of LGBT rights, blah 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 blah. And they canceled the show on the day itself.
What?
They told us. Yes, they did. I was getting ready tapos hindi na raw tuloy because yun nga it's not good business. You know, you don't want to think about politics. You don't want to think about politics when you're partying. That was the owner's okay. You can think that as a business owner, you own a nightclub, you want people to just enjoy themselves, that's your prerogative. But our art form itself is quite political. We are, I mean, at least ako, most of us are cisgendered men na nag-cross-dress. Diba? That's already political. You think I'm doing this for fun? I'm here to overthrow the patriarchy. That's what I'm doing.
Tama.
Totoo.
Kahit nung umattend ako yung first Pride March ko, nung 2019, may mga naririnig ako na parang nagrereklamo sila, bakit may mga rally? Parang dapat masaya lang daw, ganyan parang,
From LGBT yan? From LGBT yan sabi?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Oh my...
Kasi may mga ganun.
Dito talaga pumapasok yung kailangan talaga, alam mo yung history, no? Alam mo yung history ng kung ano yung pinapasok mo. Ano to?
Kaya
papasok ko lang dahil rainbow, party. Ano to?
Totoo.
Loka kayo.
Nag-appear lang yung rainbow, tas happy tayo lahat.
Diba? Parang nagkapa lang ng rainbow flag. Kaya nung nabanggit ni Naiya nga yung mga Golden Gays, kasi parang may time hindi ko lang kung nakwento ko na yun dito, pero may time na in-interview namin yung mga lolas, as in pre-pandemic, kasi may dinedevelop nga kami yung project with them. Tapos, parang pinakwento lang namin, nagpakwento lang kami sa kanila, ganyan. Tapos grabe yung mga kwento nila. As in, from the very start, kung paano sila nabuo, kung paano sila napaalis dun sa bahay, yung kay husto-husto nga, ganyan. Tapos, kung paano nila binuhay yung sarili nila basically. At nandito pa rin sila hanggang ngayon. Parang grabe. Parang ito yung dahilan kung bakit kailangan ipagpatuloy na ang Pride ay isang protest. Para sa kanila. Kasi parang grabe yung mga pinagdaanan nila. Kasi kung di dahil sa kanila, wala tayo dito ngayon.
Totoo. Like, yun nga, yung Markova na movie, that
yes.
I cried when I saw that. Kasi it's not a fun thing. What they were going through was traumatizing and scarring. And for many LGBT kids and people, you know, we didn't have a colorful childhood or we lived it quite repressed. And alam mo yun, that's why there's Pride. That's why Pride looks so fun because it's a freedom. It's a freedom of expressing yourself na hindi ka mabubugbog, hindi ka maano. Diba?
It's a celebration of love.
It's a celebration, but it's also a protest.
It's also a protest.
Because of what's happening. You're protesting the unequal treatment and the very, very wrong treatment of queer people around the world, yes. And we're celebrating the fact that we can all come together.
Yes.
As a community.
Kasi hindi ka makakapag-celebrate 100% kung wala ka namang rights, di ba?
Exactly. Unless you're like a masked gay. Maybe the masked gays have their own, like, you know, you guys are straight passing.
Mga way gays.
You guys can assimilate into the patriarchy.
Mga way gays, mga hype.
You can do that. Go, you're not part of this. You are excluded from this. Eme lang.
Pero alam mo, may mga nababasa ko before noon sa Twitter, yung mga bakla, pero parang, but drag is not for me, ganito, ganyan.
Yeah, drag does not represent me.
Oo.
Mga ganun. Well, fuck you.
Alam mo, nag-start yan yung sa mga Miss
yan?
Universe.
Hindi ko alam yan.
Basta nag-start yan yung sa mga Miss Universe na parang, kunwari Miss Universe na naman, so yung mga bakla sa Twitter, talagang ang iingay na naman, ganyan. Tapos may mga mag-tweet na parang, Miss Universe not for them, kanina so ganito, ganyan. Parang, okay, anong point mo?
May nagtanong.
Oo. Tapos, yun na yung, nung nagiging popular na yung drag dito sa Pilipinas, ganyan. Parang ganun din sila, na parang it doesn't represent me, ganito, ganyan. Parang,
yun nga, that's the internalized homophobia that's been pinukpok sa ulo natin because of the patriarchy and how we were brought up. Diba? So I honestly feel bad for them that they think that way, that they don't liberate themselves from that mindset. And, truly accept who they are. I mean, you can be gay and not be interested in drag. That's different from saying drag and pageants and all of these femme gays don't represent.
Ito, diba?
That's different.
Lord.
That's different. At the end of the day, bakla lang tayo lahat.
Nakakainit ng ulo.
True. That is so true. Actually, recently, may, kami, oh my God, i-share ko ba to? Sige, i-share ko to. So, recently, Kasi, so, my boyfriend was on Grindr. Tapos, naghanap kami ng, okay, you can have fun. It's fine. We're on prep. Let's do it. Whatever. So, nag-video call kami ng guy. And he's from UP. So, we assumed that he had this level of, okay, I don't have to think about what your intelligence, kahit papano, you're a good, okay. Tapos, video call, hi, hello, this is us, okay, end call, bye. Didn't want to meet up with us kasi ayaw niya sa fam.
Oh my God!
Me out of drag, I was out of drag, so like my hair's like literally has 2 colors, wala akong kilay. And I was just like, hey, whatever. Tapos ayaw daw niya sa fam. Oh my God, pinagsabihan siya ng boyfriend ko sa chat. Parang, oh my God, taga-UP ka pa naman din. Tas ganyan ka mag-isip. Period.
Oh,
pero open ka naman daw.
Ang ganda!
Naisip ko lang yun kasi that happened so recently and I just realized na parang I've been in such a loving relationship na hindi ko na iniisip na yung pagiging femme ko ay hadlang kahit pa paano.
Ganda.
No? But I feel for those na hookup culture gays, if you're femme, it's very hard. It's very, very hard because
yung mga halata ka ba, ganyan.
You reward masculinity. Again, sometimes it rewards toxic masculinity talaga. Kung borta ka, kung pasok ka sa standards, then congrats. You can all fuck each other.
Pero grabe, yung mga no to halata, ganyan. Ay,
Oo, sa malambot.
Mask
sa
for
Barbie,
mask
ganyan.
Yeah. It's like you're being reduced to your expression. And
totoo.
Not just reduced to, you're being belittled because of how you express yourself. And I would be lying if I said it didn't affect me a bit. Kasi when my boyfriend told me that, na parang ayaw niya yata magkita anymore kasi hindi siya sanay sa femme, ganon. I was so... Bumalik yung mga feelings ng pag-repress ng pagiging femme when I was first on Grindr. Alam mo yun? It's like, I'm good. I'm in a 5-year relationship. I'm the fucking drag supreme. I really don't want to have to think about what this fucking student has to say about my expression, about my being femme. Na na-realize ko lang na a lot of people still feel the same.
Well, to be fair, may ibang mga gumagraduate sa UP na hindi maayos na tao. Marami tayong presidente na galing UP na parang...
Totoo naman.
So yeah, being from UP is not like a benchmark of good character, I suppose.
Or excellence, yes.
Hindi lahat sinasabuhay ang honor and excellence.
Totoo. Nakakahiya.
But femmes are celebrated naman in UP, no? Lalo sa Mascom, hello!
Yes, hello!
Lalo na sa Mascom, Lord! Lalo na talaga sa Mascom.
I will never change my expression for some other gay just because I want to mess around with them.
True.
Love it. Ganda.
Ang galing naman pagkalagod na iyo.
Diba? Our Drag Dance Season 1, winner, supreme.
Because drag is political.
Yes.
Featuring Blackie.
Blackie. Yes, si counselor.
Ito na lang na Iya. Anong pwede mong masabi sa mga gustong maging drag queen or gustong pumasok sa drag na pinag-iisipan pa nila?
Don't do it! Dami na namin. Okay na yun.
Dami na namin.
Ayun ka.
That's what I always tell them. No. Most of my fans are Gen Z, mga gano'n. Kasi na-inspire sila sa story ko sa drag den or
Aww.
I haven't been doing drag for that long, honestly. Wala pa akong 5 years na nagda-drag. But I've learned so much because of like my journey, what I put myself through. I did a TV show. I'm always like with other people. And yung advice ko for these young people who want to do drag, or even if you're not young, if you want to just start doing drag, is to always experiment and try not to copy other people. And practical advice is to not stick to a style. For many queens kasi parang, oh, ano yung branding mo as a drag queen? You're not gonna find that out in like a year. You're really not. Your first 3 years was experimenting. Even in drag then, I was just experimenting. Kung ano yung bet kong gawin. Go. And you shouldn't try to like box yourself into like this identity that I'm the spooky queen. You know, I always wear black lipstick. Or I'm always like wearing keme. I did have a thing though. I liked really thin eyebrows and I kept that. Kasi parang bagay siya sa akin. I really like thin brows.
Okay.
But other than that, you know, explore, experiment, and enjoy. Oh, tatlong easy yun. Ang galing.
Tara. Galing ba yan sa TED Talk mo? Galing
ba sa TED Talk?
Hindi. I made that up just now.
Tara. You heard it first. Here.
Kemi. I mean, no, really though, because you really have to enjoy drag, because when you like stop enjoying it, it becomes very hard to do. Like, sometimes there are days na parang medyo routine na siya for me. Parang, but eventually, when pagbuo na ako, I'm like, ganda ko pala. Tapos na-enjoy ko na ulit. May mga ganong moments. But for the young ones, really start it like right now. Mag-invest na kayo sa makeup nyo. And before you sleep, try blocking your eyebrows with glue. Try color matching your foundation. I started in my bedroom. I was stealing makeup from my sister. Na beauty queen na ngayon.
Na beauty queen, yeah.
Ayun nga, nakita ko nga.
Si Alison Black. So I was stealing all of her makeup. And siya nagpapamakeup ako sa kanya. And she didn't know how to do drag makeup. It's just eye makeup, whatever, a lipstick, and you're good to go. Drag is such a wonderful thing that I hope people at least try once, you know, to see that parang may filter sa mukha mo, pero in real life. Tapos titingin ka sa salamin, parang, what? Sino yan? It's a different feeling. You won't be able to understand it unless you do it yourself. So go. Don't wait for anyone else's approval. Just do it on your own. And you'll find a community, because right now, there are so many young queens that are being born every day. And you could be one of them. Fun naman sila, most of them. Her judgment. No, kasi alam mo yun, it's really a community. Kasi nag-aaway-aaway din yung iba. This girl doesn't like this girl. I'm just there to watch them as their ate. Like, oh.
Actually, alam mo, meron akong naka-work before nung pandemic. Ano siya? Pandemic drag queen din siya. Tapos, nung bumalik na yung performances sa O-Bar, nanood ako sa O-Bar, nandun na siya, nagpa-perform na siya sa O-Bar. So, parang nakaka-proud.
Until now?
Until now.
Baka ano ko yun? Because I was also in O-Bar. Yeah, Izzy.
Oo.
Izzy was a batch above me kasi nag-O-Bar ako for a while. After we shot drag, then nag-O-Bar ako for a while.
Oh.
So, Izzy was the next batch after me. Yeah.
Sobrang nakaka-proud.
Yeah, yung growth nila. And that's what people would want to see. Yung growth mo as a queen. When you start doing drag, nobody's gonna expect you to be so polished. But they're gonna see if you have heart, if you have gravity. Ultimately, that's something that can't be faked, right? So, laban mo. Malay mo, ikaw yung next Supreme.
Yeah!
True. Kaya mag-audition na kayo dun sa season 2. Nag-start
na
audition.
Tapos na.
Tapos na.
May cast na kami. Mag-shoot na kami soon ng season 2.
May surprise judge nga daw eh.
Wow!
Nandiyan ba ako sa season 2 or ML?
Secret! Charing!
Oy, to, natsama ako dun sa ano ha. Kahit yung episode lang na yun.
Oo, sige. Exciting.
Punta ka!
Exciting yung ano. Tsaka mas bongga na yung, grabe, ang ganda na ang ganda ng set ng season 1, pero grabe yung design ni Digo Risha sa season 2.
Philippine Arena na ba?
Ay, Singapore kami, sorry.
Ay, kakalabanin nyo yung Taylor Swift, Eras Tour?
Before, kaya nag-move si Taylor.
Kaya walang Manila na concert.
Wala.
Nag-ano siya. Okay,
kasi
sige.
guest judge siya sa episode 2.
Hindi nag-concert, nag-judge.
Nag-judge.
Diba?
Taray, parang Katy Perry in Showtime.
At saka daw si Taylor, pero hindi talaga pilot.
Kaya nga episode 2.
Ganyan kami dito sa Drag Den. So, see you guys. Okay, guys, panoorin nyo na ang pag-crown kay Naiya. sa Dragden, sa Prime Video. Yung,
Just skip to episode 8.
Skip to episode 8. Nung una ko napanood yung
Uy, episode 6, panoorin yung episode 6, yung Dragon's
episode 6
Political.
tas 8. Kasi ang ginawa namin dun sa finale ay 2 beses namin shoot yung finale. So, sila na shawarma, tsaka si Naiya, shoot namin pareho sila na kina-crown. So, up until the final episode, wala nakakaalam kung sino nanalo. So, doon lang nila nalaman.
Kaya kapag inulit niyo yung buong season, si Shawarma naman yung mananalo sa dulo. Tapos pag isa ulit, si Naiya ulit.
Oo. Tapos, kaya pati yung dulo na umiiyak si Naiya, na in-interview siya nung, hindi ako makapaniwala, ganyan-ganyan. Ano lang din yun, etchos lang din niya yun, kasi kunwari lang talaga nanalo siya. So parang,
we really had
namin, iba rin to si Naiya.
She's an actor.
Galing din umarte-arte. Diba? Pero yun.
Gawad Orian.
Super proud of her queens.
Kailangan, no? Grabe. Ipupush ka din ng story producers, no? Kunwari, ikaw yung nanalo. Ano yung reaction mo?
Iyak din siya Pero yun.
Actor's cue.
Totoo. See you sa season 2 ng Dragden, guys. Pero for now, i-watch mo muna season 1 ng Dragden on Prime Video.
Bago matapos ang Rainy na Iya.
Oo nga, matatapos na nga. What if ayokong ibigay? What if I don't like queens? I'm like,
gawa ka kaya ng ganun drama dun kapag sa sa crowning?
No,
like crowning. Coronation.
Sa crowning mismo, sa live coronation.
Oo, sige.
Di na to.
Ito?
Gawin natin yan.
I don't agree, Manila.
Ang ganda.
Manila.
Thank you, Naiya.
Thank you, Naiya.
Salamat sa pag-drag for us.
Yes,
and thank you
course.
kay Shin na nandyan sa gilid. Nakikita namin yung kamay niya.
Oo nga, nag-i-inash kanina eh.
Hello!
At ang kanyang manok.
At ang kanyang manok nasa gilid. Hello naman. Meron pang special participation si Shin dun sa season 1 sa storyline ni Naiya, diba?
Definitely, kasi Shin was the one who designed my finale outfit.
Yes!
Talaga.
Yung controversial na nakita yung buong pa ako, tapos short dress lang siya.
It doesn't touch the floor.
It's vintage. It's Chanel. They don't know that. Okay.
Nanalo ka naman na.
Oo na, wag ka ng dyan.
Nanalo
ka naman na.
Nanalo na nga eh. Sorry, winner. Sa kanila mahahanap sa social media and if you have shows.
I'm on Instagram and TikTok at @NaiyaBlack_. And nasa Twitter din ako, pero totoong pangalan ko, Brian Black_. Do follow me there. And usually, nag-update ako sa IG stories ng mga gigs ko.
And kung gusto nyong kunin si Naiya for your
if you want to get me for your parties and whatever, go.
Kasal, binyag.
Kasal,
Everything,
KBL.
I'll do it.
Kasal, binyag,
I'll do it.
libing. Yes. Nagme-makeup din ng patayan si Naiya kung gusto nyo drag makeup yung nyo.
I will do it.
Nagkukumpil din si Naiya. At
I'm an
kumpisal.
all-around queen. I don't believe in putting queens in boxes. I will do everything.
Kunin nyo si Naiya. At ngayon, nagte-TED Talk na siya. Nako, pwede siya sa mga companies na mag-drag show and then segue sa isang TED Talk.
Tsaka lecturer, values education.
Exactly! Christian Living Education, actually.
GMRC.
Love it. Thank you, Naiya. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We love you.
Thank you to
Thank you.
Support
Bye-bye.
mo. Thank you. I had so
Bye,
much fun.
Shin.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Love you.
So, malapit na kami mag-shoot ng season 2 ng Dragden. Dami kaming pasabog, promise. It's a brand new Dragden.
Yes, may kita nyo si Tonette. Siya ang 9th queen. Oh my God. From judge to contestant. Pangina Hills ka dun, te. Ayan, so sa mga brands dyan, baka naman you'd like to partner with us kahit hindi Pride. Feel free to email us at ang walangkwentangpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you like this episode and podcast, please follow us on Spotify. Click the follow button and also the bell button kung gusto nyo ma-notify kayo. Tuwing may bago kaming lapag. Tapos kung meron kayong gustong sabihin kay na Iya and i-share ang inyong mga advice sa ating letter sender, mention us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok using the hashtag Ang Walang Kwentang Podcast. Ang official TikTok namin ay @Ang Walang Kwentang Podcast. Official IG ay @AWKP Stuffs. At ako, makikita nyo sa @Tonetta Downe.
Ako naman
Grabe ka! Pathy, blink! Blink if you need help. Oh my God! Beautiful eyes siya. Hindi ba nakita?
Ay, oo. Oh.
Ganun siya.
Ganda niyan, oh. Ako naman at JP Habak sa Twitter at Instagram. Si Pathy rin, meron din siyang Instagram account, Pathy the Dog. Oh, taray. Oo, mas marami pa siyang followers kaysa doon sa pamangkin ko. Tapos, meron din kaming Ang Walang Kwentang Podcast, After Podcast Chikahan, kung saan pwede rin kayo mag-share ng advice nyo kay, anong pangalan nun? Insecure ang Grepa, at ang thoughts nyo about pride being a protest. Because it is.
Yes, correct. And kung gusto nyo maging part ng live recordings namin, punta kayo sa angwalangkwentangpodcast.com. That's angwalangkwentangpodcast.com. Isa sa mga perks ng pagiging VVIP. Check yung mga emails nyo, mga current VVIPs, kasi magbibigay kami ng 10% promo discount sa aming merch if you buy via angwalangkwentangpodcast.com. I-email sa inyo yung discount code. Tapos if you're a VVIP, you can use that. We also send VVIP exclusive na emails, and pwede rin kayong maka-join ng mga raffles namin. This month, meron kaming end of June na raffle. And meron din kaming pa-alok boti. Alok boti. Mabati kayo sa isang episode ng podcast. So, thank you guys. Thank you sa mga VVAPs.
Thank you guys.
Ang beneficiary of the month natin for the month of Pride.
Yes.
For the month of June ay the
Home for the Golden Gays.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Bili na kayo ng merch. Nasa Shopee rin kami.
May Shopee store. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you sa mga VVAPs natin na nagstay.
Yes.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you guys. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye guys.